What's up? Welcome back to another week of the, I guess we'll go with the No Name podcast for now because we haven't actually come up with a name yet. So the No Name podcast, we got to figure that out real soon. How you two doing tonight there, Dum Dum and Bdog?
Not doing too bad. It's been a good week. Just been playing Cyberpunk, played a little bit of Call of Duty, played some Rocket League, mostly just Cyberpunk. Though I beat the game, so we'll talk about that after. No spoilers, of course. But I've been doing good. What about you, B Dog?
Doing all right as well. Hanging in there before the big holiday push next week. Haven't really been able to play too much of Cyberpunk or really anything, but I'm good. I'm doing all right.
Oh, dude. Speaking of the holiday push, I went to Walmart today. That was a terrible idea. I didn't even think about it. I was like, I'm just gonna go pick up some seltzer waters. That place was swamped. It was insane.
Everywhere
I
is
hate you.
freaking swamped. I was driving by today. I saw. I was like, yeah, we're not going in there. I'm not going into Walmart.
Yep,
Um, that's good though. You beat Cyberpunk.
I did.
Still like the game. I mean, for you to beat a single player game like that, you must still really like the game.
I've leveled up 7 times since I beat Cyberpunk, so I'm still playing it.
Okay.
What
so
level are
that's
you
cool.
at?
35, I believe.
Nice.
Okay. So you thoroughly enjoy. Now, when you beat it, you just mean you beat the main story. Obviously, you veer off the main story for a while, or did you stay pretty much with the main storyline and not do a lot of side quests?
I did like half and half, so I do like probably less than half. I do like one main story mission, which takes like anywhere between 30 minutes an hour, whatever, to do like the whole whatever, and then I do like 2 hours, 3 hours of side missions, and then go back to the main mission, and then keep doing that over and over.
Okay. All right. So, but you, for you, except for Dum Dum to go there and actually beat a single player game, that's actually pretty impressive. Says a lot about the game because he is not a single player. He's a cutscene story skipper. Is
Oh,
what
dude,
he's
the side missions, I'm just spamming B now. I'm like, I need
say.
to get level 50.
That's exactly what he is.
Yep.
Man. So I mean, I am probably at the maybe the halfway mark of the game, main storyline wise. I'm really enjoying it. It's been good. I'm still lucky enough to not run into any major bugs, not really see any crazy glitches, like any of the stuff that people are saying online. Before we got into this podcast, I was watching, waiting for everybody to get on. I was watching a couple guys that I watch on YouTube. They were talking about like they were doing videos on the glitches and stuff like that. And some of the stuff that's happening to people is like, holy moly. It's like just insane, like how it's glitching, like cars flying across the map and freaking people flying through buildings and like the actual player like getting pushed back through like 300-400 meters through buildings in the city and stuff like that. It's some insane bugs going on in the game. And I guess that's across the platforms, not just like the old systems, but I still like we were talking about last week. I still feel bad for the older, like the Xbox ones and the PS4s. It looks like it's still not playable. I know B Dog feels different than me on this one, but
Well, you also
I
don't have to feel bad for the PS4 players anymore because PS4 refunded all people that bought Cyberpunk.
yeah, they're refunding and taking it off the market.
Which
Yeah, it's
I
gone.
don't understand that whatsoever, but sure. I mean, like, if you want the players to have the option to play the game, why would you take it off the market? I mean, you could buy the disc version, I guess, but it just makes no sense to me.
They're doing it because they're say they want that it's not a finished game and they want it to be able for all their players to play.
I guess, but I still feel like they're taking away the option from gamers to even try to play the game.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't tried it. Like I said, I haven't tried it on my OG Xbox. It does seem like it's from what I was watching in that video. I wouldn't be able to play it. I would
Were all
have to go up.
those were all the glitches that you were seeing from the YouTube and stuff? Were those on the old generation?
Not all of them. Like just like the frame rates and like the people just like not appearing, but you just see an outline of a body and then like you can't even make out what it is. That stuff was on the old systems, but I guess like a lot of car glitches are across the systems, which I have not seen any. And I've got some hours into the game. I have not seen cars just randomly spawning and flying through the air, or my car just randomly flying through the air, going through the ground, or my body flying through. Like I said, I still haven't since last week's podcast. The only things I've seen are the ones I talked about last week, where one of the characters is like trying to sit in the chair, but he wasn't sitting in a chair. But besides that, I have been fortunate enough to really not see any glitches in that game.
Yeah, me either. I haven't had a single one
And
besides like
we're all
second
playing
taken
on
for
the Series
dialogue.
X. We're all playing on the
Mhm.
Series X so that's known. So, and I mean, it just
I guess I'm dumb then, yeah, because I've had to force quit out of the game about 10 times total now. But I
you
also
are
have
dumb.
I also have like 30, 35 maybe hours of game time. But I've had to force quit out probably about 10 times because either like my character got stuck and I can't move or whatever happened. But yeah, I mean, I just quit out and reload it. It takes like literally 30 seconds. So it's not a big deal for me.
Yeah, so it's not like it hasn't pushed you away from it. I mean, like I said, it's a big game, a new game. They crash. It happens. I mean, it's going to happen on computers. It's going to happen on the new systems. Like I said, I mean, what they really should have done is, and I know they were against it, even they should have just said it's not for the old systems. It's this, you can either play it on the Series X, the PlayStation 5, or computer. That's what they should have done. Like, I feel like at this point, I mean, I know they said they're going to be able to optimize it and get it running on the old gen systems, but I don't know. I feel like just they would have maybe lessened their headache than they have right now if they would have done that.
I mean, yeah, probably. But I mean, so the only thing that I saw is that they said they were going to release, what, 2 patches, right? One in January, one in February, and then it should be playable throughout all the consoles.
For everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't just a huge patch come out yesterday?
Yeah,
like
I think it was
15 gig patch,
15
right?
gigs. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really look into what that was. I haven't had time, but did anybody know what that was? Just stability and shit like that?
I did not see what
I
it
saw-
was.
I saw a little bit. So they were saying like it fixed a lot of the stuff to do with like questing and stuff, like a bunch of bugs and stuff. But there was a YouTube
Oh, I
video.
guess, yeah.
Yeah,
I
there
did
was
have one bug where I couldn't turn a quest in, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know if it's true or not because I didn't really mess with it. People were saying that don't go into your settings after the new patch because it will mess a lot of stuff up.
I literally just, like I said, when I tried it,
Just like viewing
Earlier.
the settings or like starting
Like
changing stuff.
changing your settings. Like don't like if
Oh.
they said if you got the new hotfix, don't change any of your settings because it will start really being bad. But
so it looks like it was a lot of like HDR settings, so pretty much just next gen stuff anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. I saw a poll which had a lot of votes. I think it was like 60,000, and it was like, "Are you enjoying Cyberpunk?" Pretty much on a 1 through 6 scale, just worded differently, and it was almost dead even across the board. Like all the options were almost dead even,
Wow.
which is shocking to me.
That is
No, I
weird.
mean,
Usually it's
it's-
either landslide one way or it's like we hate it or we love it, you know?
Yeah,
All the way from 1 to 6 were like 18 to 20%. They were all floating
crazy.
all around there. I was like, this is insane. Like people are. So I mean, I guess it's very, very subjective right now.
so I can see, like I said, I'm sure part of that is people on old gen systems. Probably that's probably a lot of the negative reviews. I mean, if like, we'll go back to the entitled gamer thing too, though. Like, if you are playing on a next gen system or computer and you're having some glitches or lag, like it's a brand new AAA game. It's a huge game. Obviously, there's going to be bugs. There's bugs in every game. You can't. It's not going to be perfect. So I feel like, just like I said, gamers, and I mean, one of my buddies sent me a text. It was a meme, and it was like the bicycle one where the guy sticks the stick in the wheel and he knocked himself over, and it was like,
Oh yeah. I like
it
that
was,
one.
it was Cyberpunk. I mean, it was CD Projekt Red. You got to release Cyberpunk now. And
Oh, I saw the same one.
yeah,
Oh, they should have delayed it even longer.
they should. Yeah, then the guy sticks this thing in the wheel and goes, "You should have delayed it longer." Like,
Exactly. Yeah,
that's
you can't make anybody
exactly.
happy.
Like I said, I mean, the game from our perspective is not as broke as people are making it sound. In my opinion, it's broke for the older generations, but for the next gen and for PC, it's the game runs. Like, if you're gonna have a glitch, you have a glitch. I mean, like, Bethesda got away with this for how long with glitches
dude.
and stuff in their game, and now all of a sudden everybody's entitled, and we can't, like, we have to be up in arms about it, and we want refunds, and
It was the hype.
Mm.
It was the hype.
it was it's
They were
absolutely ridiculous.
they were comparing it to Mass Effect on release. They were
Andromeda.
saying, yeah,
No.
Mass Effect Andromeda. They were saying, listen, this is not nearly as bad as Mass Effect Andromeda, where people literally, you literally couldn't play, but we have more anger over this game than that.
Well,
I will revert
so-
to the same thing.
and-
The Witcher 3, made by the same company, until they started patching it when it first came out, it was riddled with bugs. Couldn't finish quests. Your horse would explode. Roach would randomly explode.
I gotta
while
pull
you're
up a
riding
video
it.
of that. I gotta pull up a video.
Oh
of that.
yeah. Just Roach appearing above the sky, just like anything you could think of with bugs.
But they
Witcher
fixed
3
it.
had it, but they fixed it, and now look, it's like considered one of the best games around. You know what I mean?
They're
Everybody
gonna
loves
fix.
that game.
They're going to fix this game, and people are going to be in a year from now. Oh my god, it's so great! And then there are the people who are like, oh my god, I can't believe they ever released it like that. But I have to knock on wood though that you brought Mass Effect Andromeda up. I had 0 glitches in that game, and I played that game from start to finish without a single glitch.
That's
that real
literally
wood?
insane.
Yeah, it's real wood because I don't want
hope
like
so.
I
hope
apparently,
so.
I apparently miss the glitch like wagon, and I don't know, but like
Honestly, I remember some glitches in that game. I remember especially the dialogue being really buggy, but I just kind of lost interest in that game. That one didn't really grab me. But
You know
I
what?
don't remember it being super terrible, like unplayably
the
buggy.
problem with that game was it was such a big game with nothing in it.
Yeah, it just felt like a bunch of empty space. Like it was cool to see, but that got old.
Like
Quick.
they had bigger plans to do more things with that game, which they did. But the problem is they put a B team on that game. They just wanted to release something Mass Effect to release something.
That's right,
Mass
to make
Effect.
money. Yeah, and they made money.
That's why they with the next one, their A team's rolling it. I'm like I said, I know we talked about that during the Game Awards when I was so excited. I was like, this sounds like a Mass Effect, and all of a sudden I was like, you see the Reaper down, and you see freaking it's like Mass Effect. I was like, oh, I am so stoked for that game. As long as it really is the A team and they give it the time and the money that franchise deserves, that's gonna be a freaking awesome game. And
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
And Dum Dum, you need to play the trilogy when they remaster. It should be when it I think comes out this year.
I need to do a lot of things, man.
Well, yes, you do need do a lot of things. But that's got to be on the top of your list of things you got to do because I'm going to get it. I might even take a week off from work and start playing it because it's
week.
I'm just really curious. I'm really curious how they're going to do it because there were some features, especially in Mass Effect 3, that were all like based off of live services that you could have like free, but like you could enhance your army for the final fight with I think it was like playing this mini game on your phone, or I think it might have been an internet browser too, but it's shut down now, so I'm curious if they're gonna up that again or like how they're gonna work that. So
That'd be cool.
I'm excited for it. So now this is we're gonna talk about Halo. Because I don't know if you can see right now on the bottom this last section, we're talking about this topic. Everyone's kind of crying about this in the Halo community.
Uh-oh.
Halo people whining. I've never heard of that before.
Oh, come on.
Exactly.
Are you
Thank
serious?
Okay, so right now on PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, you can play every single game that has come out for Halo, minus Halo Wars and Spartan Assault. That has come out since the first Halo. Since Halo 1 on the OG Xbox, you can play on the Master Chief Collection. One game, you can play all of them. So Microsoft announced that they're going to be shutting down the servers for the original ones, like the 360 ones, because they're paying right now. You can play the 360 ones and you can play them. They run on different servers. And I don't understand why people are having an issue with that. Like, I could see if they were shutting them down and you couldn't play, but
there was no way to play them at all anymore.
At all. But you could still play them. They're still good. You can still play with other people. So, and then that's the other thing I kind of spaced out on too. And I said Halo Wars, but that's right. Halo Wars, they came out with an Xbox One version that's still going to be playable. So the only game that we are not going to be playing anymore is one called Spartan Assault, which was a cool game. It's a top-down shooter for Halo that you play one of the Spartan 4s. I forgot who you played as. And it was a cool game, but that's the only game you're going to be losing. I don't find anything wrong with it. If at this point, if you are a Halo fan and you haven't bought or downloaded the Master Chief Collection, buy it.
You're not a real Halo fan.
Suck it up and buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Tell me how you
How do
really
you
feel.
call yourself a Halo fan if you don't have every single Halo on one disc?
Exactly, and but that's the thing. Like, why are you yelling at? Why are you getting upset with them? And it's not everybody. Just a few of them that are just running their mouth. Why? Why are you complaining? It's not like you're never going to be playing. They preserved these games for you to play.
Yeah,
I
think shutting stuff down on the Xbox 360 is inevitably going to happen though, because that console is like 55 years old now. So,
but they can't. Like, I don't know. Do you disagree?
No, let them shut down the servers. I mean, it's been like what, literally how many years?
You got an Xbox 360
right?
still, and you're trying to. Who's playing that though? You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's. I feel bad for it now.
People get mad about anything nowadays. I call it recreational outrage. They enjoy finding something to be outraged about, so they can just yell and bitch, and it's so annoying.
It's almost, and I hate to say this because I said it for a while. Like, it's cool that video games have become so mainstream, and that back even before we were like, if you were a gamer, like you almost hid that because you didn't want to be like thrown to the outcast group because you're too nerdy or too geeky. Now you play video games. Almost if you don't play video games, you're an outcast.
You're weird. Yeah.
Yeah, super weird, honestly.
But that's kind of the problem. There's so many people that are gamers now that it's like we are so entitled that we think we need I keep going back to this entitled, but that's kind of how I feel about like this community as a whole. Like you don't have, no one's forcing you to buy something when it comes out. No one is forcing you to play a game that you don't want to play. But you also have to come to the understanding that when people are running a business, if they are giving you a good alternative to something, in this case, we're talking Halo, they're shutting down the 360 versions of a game that they gave you newer version of.
Yeah.
I feel like as a community, we need to work on that a little bit, but it just, like I said, that's a whole nother topic that we probably could do a whole podcast just on that topic.
I mean,
for sure.
We could probably just do a whole like day just dedicated to this week in entitled gamers.
Oh, that would be fun.
Maybe we might be able to get away with that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we can't be the only ones that feel this way, that gamers are becoming super entitled. There's got to be other people out there like us that feel that way.
I'm sure there's plenty of them. I mean, I was an entitled gamer when I said Cyberpunk should have released it when it was fully whatever. You know what I mean? When it was fully ready instead of not.
Yeah.
Like if you were going to release a game, be ready. That's me being entitled.
It is because I mean, and don't get me wrong. I don't want this to be like. I don't think this also. There's plenty of game companies that just push stuff out that they shouldn't push out.
Yeah, for sure. Just to push
it
out.
But if we're like release the game. Oh my god, why'd you release the game like that? Like that doesn't work. Like that.
Yeah, it's super annoying. It's super played out. But because there's so many gamers now, just like anything, when something gets really popular, you let it just lets in a lot of undesirables that are going to complain about everything. It's like a Twitter mob, pretty much.
It's what it is. They're attacking on Twitter.
So it's like a Twitter mob, yeah.
Have you guys been playing anything this week or no? You guys both been. I know you've been playing Cyberpunk, dumb, but I know you said you were working a bunch, Bdog. Have you played anything or no?
I played a little bit of FIFA. Did we play Halo this week?
We played Halo on Monday.
I think I played a little bit of Halo with you, and then I played a little bit of Halo with Russell at some point.
Have you played? Did you update Halo on Wednesday?
No.
The Series X update. The Series X update came out.
It was already out for the 4K, wasn't it?
No. Like the new fully Series X enabled update came out.
Oh wow! I wonder if I have it.
I think mine auto
I
updated.
haven't played since Wednesday. Yeah, I haven't
Mine
played
didn't.
since
For
Wednesday,
some
so-
reason, mine didn't auto update. I don't know why. I went to play on Wednesday. I went to stream it on Wednesday night, and I couldn't because I had to update. It was like 16
Let
gig
me
or
look.
something like that. So we
Yeah,
ended up streaming.
it
We
has-
ended up
it
Mine
has
streaming.
says XS.
Mine
Says
does
XS
too.
on it.
Yep.
Did you click on it to see if it loads?
No, I'm currently in FIFA.
So yeah, that's where I Wednesday I streamed some Fortnite because I couldn't freaking I didn't want to play Halo, and I was like, well, I guess I don't want to get. I guess it's a sign that I don't need to get a little like competitive tonight. We'll just play some FIFA. I mean, some Fortnite.
I've been trying to get you back on twos to get your competitive streak growing again.
I know. He's trying to get the juices flowing. That's what he's trying to do to me.
You've been letting me down.
Oh dang, that's harsh.
You haven't played doubles with me since that first time.
I know. We got sweaty.
We need to get you back into Halo shape here.
I know. I can't wait for Infinite. I really can't. Ugh. Have you guys been watching anything?
I watched a couple Christmas movies, but nothing that's not, nothing new. I just watched a bunch of Christmas movies.
I watched. We're currently watching a Japanese show that's new on Netflix, and it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of, it's. I don't know how to say this like politically correct, but you know how like a lot of like I'll use Train to Busan as a reference. It's like
That's
kind of
zombie
over
one.
the top. Yeah, it's like kind of over the top for the action, and like they have like a certain style about them where it's like almost like I don't know how to describe it very well. It's like almost I don't know, like super obvious. I don't know. It's not the right. Well, anyway, it's based on this. I think he's like a teenager, or maybe he's in his young 20s, and he's a gamer. He's a super nerd. He's like, it shows him gaming in the beginning. Blah, blah, blah. He's getting after it, and then something happens, and everybody in Tokyo, because he's in Tokyo, is gone.
What?
That sounds good.
Besides two of his friends.
Dang.
And that's what goes on. So they go out and they party, and they're like partying in Tokyo, and then they wake up like after they were hammered, and everybody's gone. It's just them. And they have like this thing pops up on the screen and says, it's like time to enter the game. It's a white screen with like black lettering, like super old school Atari game, and it's like pointing them this way. So they're walking their way towards this game that they have no clue about. And then it turns into like a spin on Battle Royale, where if you complete a game, every game is based on, it has a difficulty level, and they're based on a deck of cards. So 2 being the lowest difficulty all the way to a king,
Okay.
And so like when you enter the game, they'll have a phone on the table for you to pick up, and you pick it up, and it'll like enter the game, and it'll describe like what the game is in like weird terms, and then it'll tell you the difficulty level. So like 7 of clubs, and then it'll like enter you and what you have to do and stuff. So like you get these difficulty levels on these cards, and then some of them are super obvious of what you have to do in the game, and some of them are like there's a whole, like all of the Hearts series of cards are based on betrayal.
Oh.
Like you play with other people too, so you show up to the game room and there's other people there that are probably living somewhere in Tokyo, but like most of the people are gone, if that makes any sense. So it's like you see a stranger, they're also in the game, and you're entering the game together, and then you have to go through the game, and a lot of the times you're pitted against each other.
Oh.
So Hearts are betrayal, clubs is like a team game, spades is like what is spades? I don't remember what spades is, but anyway, it's like a battle royale. So if you survive through the game or win the game, you get a visa based on the difficulty of the game, where you don't have to play games for a certain amount of days. So you like can just survive in the city and like
Yeah.
hang out, but you can go into a game whenever you want. So like if I have 18 days of my visa left, I can still go in
Go
the
play
day
a
after
game
I
and
just went to a
make it
game.
more.
Yeah. And it's really cool. It plays into like that dynamic, and it plays into like the friends trying to go through it together and survive. And they get some really hard games right off the beginning, and it's really cool. We're
You didn't even say what's the name of it.
The Game, I think.
Oh,
I think it's called The Game. I'll find out.
Okay.
I didn't realize I didn't say the name. Yeah, it's just super cool. If you're into foreign film and you can do subtitles, I'd recommend watching it because so far.
Bdog is definitely. I know if you've been listening, Bdog is definitely our foreign film guy.
Well, it's just because like if the same thing was done in English, I'd like it too. But
Yeah.
that type of concept isn't being done by our blockbuster people.
Exactly.
So, it's not done in English. If that avenue is done in Japanese, it's actually not called The Game. It's called Alice in Borderland. That's why I originally clicked on it, because I thought it was like a play on Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Alice in Borderland.
Those were vastly different titles.
He was
It's
close.
all based on The Game. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Okay,
about
okay.
that. But Alice in Borderland.
Okay. And there you go. So if you guys, like I said, I have to get myself over not wanting to read subtitles, but I'm stuck. I still haven't got myself.
It's so good, and because it's like, this wouldn't be a bad one to check out because it I feel like it would interest you, and a lot of the stuff going on in the game, you don't really need subtitles for. Like, you kind of get what he's doing, and like,
yeah,
what you're trying to figure out
it's
in your head.
self-explanatory.
Because sometimes it's a puzzle, and sometimes it's common sense stuff. It's really cool. So
yeah,
that's what we've been watching. We're on episode 6.
I'm pretty sure I'm 99% sure you've seen this before, Bdog, and I'm probably pretty sure Dum Dum hasn't seen it before because it's kind of like I think it's a European film, but maybe I'm wrong. I know it takes place over in Europe. Dog Soldiers.
Oh, what a good movie!
I
Yeah,
have no idea.
you gotta watch
Honestly,
it.
Honestly, I don't know if it would hold up today, but back in the day when it was like newer and the special effects were like kind of up to date and still believable and stuff.
I just watched it.
That was a sick movie. Oh, you just watched it?
I just watched it again.
How do they hold up? How do the
honestly? I went into this. I was like, I bet you this is cheesy as hell now, and it wasn't.
No.
I was actually still pretty impressed with the movie, but maybe because I went into it thinking, it's probably cheesy as hell. And then I was watching it. I was like, damn, actually, this is actually better than I thought it was going to be. Because when we watched it before, I don't remember what year this movie came out.
It had to be the early 2000s.
That old?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
2002.
Yep, I knew it.
That's why you're on the podcast, Bdog.
This is, here we go. Here's the werewolf from the movie. This is a scene from the movie.
I've definitely seen
terrible,
that werewolf before.
But him
You know what I mean?
moving,
How
is it when he's moving around and stuff?
They were still pretty good. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try to pull up one without sound because I don't want to blaring through.
It's probably 10 times better than Sharknado still.
Oh, I've never seen Sharknado, but I'm sure it's a great movie.
I think if you're not sure if you've seen it or not, though, you should definitely watch it because it's definitely worth a watch. It's like I said, it's 18 years old, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't the biggest budget film when it first came out.
No way. Yeah, no way.
But I don't know if this one's gonna have it does. There's I remember watching it and being like, damn, there's a couple scenes in the movie too, and maybe we'll talk about it if he watches it. Look,
who's this me?
they're pretty good.
He's jumping out.
It's all right.
For 2002.
Yeah, I'm getting, you're giving it the nostalgia credit, but it still looks a little.
Yeah, it's a little off, but I'm surprised they never. This was a pretty good movie back then. I'm surprised they never tried to make a sequel to it.
I hope they never do. Honestly,
he hopes they never do.
Sequels are never.
Movies. Yeah.
Yeah, and just it's just like music nowadays too. Everything goes back to let's play the stuff that they were listening to 20 years ago, and let's remake.
I feel personally
Mulan. It's terrible.
But so yeah. I recommend that to anybody who hasn't seen it though. You go into it knowing it's an older movie. The special effects aren't going to be the best, but like I said, I think they hold off well enough to watch the movie if you've never seen it before. It's worth a watch if you haven't seen it before.
That movie always kind of, I don't know why. Maybe I saw them both at the same time, and they're not even really the same genre. Well, I guess kind of. But Dog Soldiers always reminds me of Southern Comfort.
Really?
For some reason, I must have watched them back to back when I was, a kid or whatever. But that's another good movie. I don't know if it holds up to today, but I'm assuming it would because it's not really special
I
effects
haven't
heavy.
watched it in.
It's more of like a
forever.
psychological, like horror type
I
deal.
haven't watched that in forever. I mean, obviously it's not.
Was that 81?
Yeah, 81.
Jeez.
Oy, oy, oy.
I mean, that's got some big actors.
We had that on
too.
VHS growing up, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That's why I remember seeing it.
Wow, you guys are super old.
He's literally a year older than you.
Exactly. Dude, the only VHS tape I remember having was the Orange Rugrats movie VHS tape.
I had that one too, though.
Yeah,
That made me feel younger.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember watching no Southern Comfort though.
You just weren't cultured. You're an uncultured
Yeah.
swine.
Our dad was into some cool stuff, so we had Faces of Death too.
So,
I mean-
okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask. I've been okay. So when I was younger, have I talked about this in the podcast? I'm looking for a specific movie that I cannot find. Have I talked?
Yeah,
about this
you
in the
talked
podcast?
about it.
Ah, damn. That means I haven't.
I don't
I'm
remember
gonna talk
that.
about it again.
The RV
I
or
don't know
whatever.
There's a horror movie that
I'm
is
so-
out
I'm
in
so
the
smart.
world, and I don't remember what the title is. I watched it when I was younger, probably too old, probably too young to watch it. There's a horror movie somewhere floating around the world where it's a family, and I can't remember if the RV breaks down or they pull in somewhere, and this other family, or it could have been monsters, it could have been hillbillies, it could have been anything, attacks this family, and there's a girl, and she escapes from the house they're holding her in into their RV at some point in the movie, and she goes in there, and in the RV is either her brother or her dad, all mangled and messed up and screwed up. If you find that movie, please tell me what it is, because I've been looking for. I can't remember anything else from that movie except for that one scene.
That just sounds like The Hills Have Eyes.
It's not The
In a
Hills Have
way.
Eyes. It's not.
It really does sound like the Hills Have Eyes.
I'm almost wondering if it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I haven't tried watching that scene that yet. Maybe I'll watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 to see if it was that one, but I don't think it is.
I mean, look
Yeah.
up some YouTube.
That sounds like
videos.
kind of.
I am
That sounds
30.
right.
I am about to be 32 years old in a few months.
This is what I'm
I've
talking about with
been
you.
looking-
You guys are old.
I have been looking for this movie for at least 20 years now to find it.
That's way too
It's
long.
that good, or you just want to see that scene again?
I just want to see the scene and remember what movie this belongs to. Like, it still sticks in my head. This
You know what,
one
I'm-
scene.
You know, you're gonna watch the scene and it's gonna be similar,
was super let down.
but it's gonna be similar to what you remember. But like, I still feel like it's gonna be vastly different.
It could be as different as it wants to be. I just want to find the freaking movie.
Okay.
I don't even
Okay.
care if the movie's good or bad.
Okay,
I just want to
Stan.
be like, this is the movie that I was looking for all these
Okay,
years.
well, from a quick Google,
From a quick Google, is that different?
there
than, like,
is. Was it a flat-nosed RV with a brown stripe down the side?
what's the name of the movie? I'll have to look at it.
This one is called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation.
What
Oh,
year?
And they're
That's
like,
100% it.
it doesn't say what year it came out, but
It's got to be
it's an
pre-2000.
RV mobbing.
1995.
This could be
it's-
it.
It's mobbing over like a tree or something. I can't really tell.
This could
And
be
then
it.
another one that pops up is the second movie.
20 years.
But
you
it doesn't show.
Should have asked Bdog. That's literally all you should have done.
I'm gonna have to
Dude,
see.
I
I'm gonna watch.
nasty at
I'll
Googling, I'll tell you.
have to watch this one and the second one because it could be that.
I'm telling you, I'm good at Googling. I'm like
Well,
Jamie
did I
Vernon
not say I
from
think it could be
Joe
Texas
Rogan.
Chainsaw Massacre 2, though? I did say that.
You did.
I just haven't watched it. And
It's
I haven't
that one
gone to
right there,
bottom.
right? With the RV?
I don't know if it's that one.
Upper
or not.
right? Upper right? Yeah,
Upper
no,
90s,
it's like
baby.
RV to me.
I gotta
Upper 90s,
remember.
baby.
I gotta
Top
actually.
dinner.
I gotta see the scene. Like this kind of looks like. That's why I thought it was a Chainsaw Massacre. Because they're in a house and they're escaping. Oh, I think this is it.
It's definitely it. I hope it's so different than what you remember.
I think this might be actually it.
Honestly, I hope it is what you enjoy, but you definitely should have just asked me.
I think we've talked about this before, though.
I think it was a podcast before I came on or something.
Was it?
Can you close some of your tabs?
Yeah, you have way too many tabs open.
Way too many tabs.
My anxiety
You're just
is
like Holly.
spiking.
You're
I
just
tabbed
like Holly, dude.
everything.
Close it when you're done with it. Why
I-
is that so hard?
I'm gonna have to watch both of these movies.
All right, well, 1, 2,
well,
3. You
I
have
like
at
to
least
remember-
4 you could get rid of.
I like to
Dude,
remember
you
the. I like to remember the topics we were talking about.
There's so many tabs.
That's fair, but there's just too many.
I tab for days, dude. I'm a tabber.
I guess.
Tab to the right. Tab
No.
to the right.
Oh,
No.
nice.
Listen,
That was sweet.
I don't know if I can make this joke on podcast, so never mind.
Don't do it then.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
We're gonna open up a new tab.
I know you were gonna say.
Yeah,
What
probably.
was I gonna say? Oh, what
No, I know
Dum
what
Dum
you
was
gonna say.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I just want to bring something up. So Dum Dum and I have been trying to get content for the channel in Fortnite game chat. After we played one night when we got back to back games where we got interesting people to talk to. Since then, we're like, oh, we should make a little like a series on this. We talked about this before. We can't get anybody that's interesting. We literally had 3 in a row with the perfect candidates. I didn't hit the record button. Since then, we have tried for, and this is not an exaggerated number, at least 5 to 6 hours
Yeah.
trying to get somebody interesting. And I think maybe we got one interesting person in that whole time. I haven't gone back and re-listened to it, but holy moly, we were trying to do a funny segment of just like game chat mishaps, but holy crap.
We could just tell these people right now, if you join a public lobby and you have game chat on, do not have your headset all the way up. I blew my eardrums.
Goodness. The people, some of the high-pitched people.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Oh,
That kid too.
Oh,
That
my
kid
Lord.
was so loud. It was unbelievable.
and the smart thing is, if we do, the people we have gotten to talk, because I was looking into it, for like posting on YouTube, if you're posting people that you're like people's game chat volume to YouTube, you have to ask for their permission. That is a thing.
Oh.
You do have to ask for their permission at the end. As
How?
long as it's so what we've been doing is after we had it, like the couple people that we do have possible good stuff on, well, after when the match is ending, we ask, hey, is it okay if we put you on our YouTube channel?
Not we. Dum Dum asks.
Well, the thing is that how is that legally required? Because every state's different on there's 2-party states where both people have to know and consent, and there's 1-party states like Washington where I
Because they
I
put
could
a
record
blanket,
somebody
they
talking
put,
to me.
They put a blanket down because some states require it. YouTube's like, you have to do it.
Wow.
We could have got the whole. One of the kid told us his whole government official name.
I know.
First, middle,
Oh.
last name.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
had
like,
his first, his middle,
need
and his last name. I'm pretty
we
sure he was about to tell us where he lived. Like, it was not good.
How-
So
how
if
old
I
are these
post,
guys?
this kid was not very old.
maybe
So
10.
if we post that one, I'm editing that part of the video out.
I wouldn't even post it to be safe. I wouldn't even post it. I just cut. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I want to cut though because some of the interactions he had were actually pretty funny. So I might actually just cut that part out, and we'll go from there.
It's crazy though.
I have something that's kind of similar, but from my perspective. So you were saying like if you're playing Fortnite, turn your in game chat, turn your stuff down, because you're gonna get high pitched voices.
Yeah.
Imagine playing Squad where it's like totally catered towards people that are into the adults for sure, and it's mostly military vets that are playing it for the and you're playing and you got 50 cals, everything. You got your stuff cranked up, and I got contact 302, and then they did a bunch of free weekends and stuff.
Yep.
Over here, and you got your stuff cranked because there's a 50 cal over. You're trying to dude, talk about immersion breaking when a 5-year-old is telling you where to lay fire down with your 240.
Oh, that's
It's and the other thing is like their voice is so high pitched, it breaks through all of like the 50 cal and it just like
100%.
smears everything down. It's awful. So awful.
Dude.
So I feel your pain.
It's absolutely but no, I mean, we met a couple cool people. Like, that's the other thing we probably should start doing is probably trying to get them to come to the channel too. We probably should tell them the channel so they can come see it if they want to, because we haven't been doing that.
We had one guy that I told.
Yeah, that was the cool guy that we should have recorded.
Yeah, he was mad cool.
He came and subscribed. I hope he's still listening.
Yep.
But yeah, like, it just blows my mind that we weren't thinking about it. You had 3 matches where it's good, and then I love my buddy Chris. He can be an idiot sometimes, but he is not the person to do that. He throws the whole thing off sometimes too.
Dude, he is so. Oh my gosh, Chris, if you're watching this, you need to calm down, bro. That's
what
all
do you
I
do?
know. I'll be talking to someone and he'll be like, "Dum shut up, you're an idiot," but he's not saying the word idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, he shuts everything down. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, this is like, we're like,
you ruined it.
We're pretending to not know each other. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That sucks. You should fire him. He's not very good at video games anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not. That's for sure. I mean, if you want on this very YouTube channel, you could see me face him 1v1 in Rocket League. If you guys want to check that out
on YouTube, I have two shoutcasting. Dum versus the Giraffe. That is Chris versus Maddie. On the you can see both times around.
100%. That's how you know Chris is a bad gamer.
Dang, that's harsh. That's harsh.
Yep.
So one of the other things that we were talking about too is like with all the scalping going on for the new consoles. I think it's the UK is battling that some of this. I didn't read the whole topic, but they're battling like the scalpers of like the need to trying to get it to stop because it's getting so freaking crazy the amount of consoles. There was one group that was like, "Oh, we've sold 3,000 new next gen systems."
What? How do you get your hands on 3,000?
So what they've been doing, it sounds like, is they have bots and they pay people $100 to go and buy a system for them. And they sell for like they go and sell for like $1,400.
I know what we're doing in next 8 years.
What?
We're doing exactly what they're doing. Next gen that releases in 20.
Do you have the bankroll for that?
Oh, by then I definitely will. It's either I have the bankroll for that or I'm dead. So let's hope I have the bankroll for
maybe the podcast takes off, we'll have the bankroll for that.
That is true. And then we'll just be giving them away on the podcast.
Sounds That'd be good. Dope.
Sounds all right, you heard it here first. If we
like to win one.
1,000 subs by the end of this year, by 2021, the beginning of 2021.
How many subs?
If we hit 1,000, we are gonna give away an Xbox Series X. We're gonna give away Dum Maddie's Xbox Series X. You heard it here first.
I just gave my Xbox Series X to someone.
No,
now I got to get rid of my Series X?
You just give your 1X to someone.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of X's involved in this.
Yeah, there is too many, honestly.
That's if we hit 1,000 subs on the podcast, we will give away Dum Maddie's Xbox Series X. With his copy of Cyberpunk.
I hate this game. Can we play a different game?
No, that's the game we're playing.
If you ain't gonna be playing no games on your Series X.
If we hit 5,000 subs, we'll give away Ice 50. He'll buy a PS5 and also ship that with the Xbox One X.
I agree with that
Series
too.
X.
So okay, so I'm giving away my Xbox One X and the PS5. No, that's what you said.
You have to buy a PS5 to package it.
Yeah,
100%.
Okay.
And if we hit 10,000, Bdog buys a Nintendo Switch, and you got all of them, baby.
I'm down with that.
Wait, this is all going to the same person?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, no.
Yeah,
It's got to be a
package
raffle
deal.
at 1,000, a raffle at 5,000, a raffle at 10,000.
And that's
Spread the
all
love to our viewers.
That's all before 2021. So we have about a week and a half to hit before we hit 2021. So if we can hit that, next thing you know, we post this on when this gets posted on Monday. I log in.
We
and
also
on
need
Wednesday,
sponsors.
Yep.
On Wednesday, all of a sudden, I'm like, we have 12,000 subscribers. What just happened?
I would literally call out of work and be like, Zoe, Daddy loves you. You're just gonna have to go away for a while stroking the Xbox.
What the heck?
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
would've been
named it Zoe. If you guys didn't catch that.
I was
That's
hoping
cool.
yeah, whatever you name your console.
I like that.
I'm gonna
Oh
miss her.
my
If
goodness.
she leaves.
So now that you're done with Cyberpunk, what are you going to be doing? You going to go put back to Assassin's Creed, or are you going to keep playing Cyberpunk?
Are you talking to the Dum Dum?
Yeah, you're the only one that's beat it.
I need to get level 50, dude.
So that's your goal, get level 50?
Yep. 100%. But what you were saying with, I've been playing the side missions and everything, and literally all I can think about is, damn, dude, I want this game to be online mode. Damn, I want this to be online mode because I'm so not used to playing single player games. I don't know. But it's not going to be it's going to be a while before they come out with an online
Oh,
mode for that
yeah,
game.
you'll be moved on from that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
for sure. It'd be long gone.
I'm sure when online comes out, it's going to be.
You're coming back?
Oh, 100%, dude. It's going to be like, if anything, I can guess it's going to be like GTA Online.
Do you know how to guess?
7. Did I do good? Did I
No,
guess
you
right?
bad.
Yeah.
The answer was 5.
Wow. I
Okay.
thought you did good.
Thank you, Bdog. I appreciate you. See,
You're
we
welcome.
need more people like Bdog. That's why he's on the podcast, dude.
That's right.
We really do got to come up with a name. We have
Yeah.
to come up with a name for the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be called the Free Xbox Series X.
Yeah. Follow us. Free Xbox, free Nintendo, free.
Right now, we're the No Name podcast.
All the thumbnails are gonna be an Xbox Series X with yours for free. Click here. Yeah.
Maybe we
Hey,
need
listen.
their fans to come up with a name for us.
I mean, if anybody wants to suggest, we can come up with something good. It's got to be something. We want something
do.
good.
I said the Icicles podcast. I thought that was solid.
No, but this is a group podcast. This isn't just
yeah,
my
but
podcast.
you're the ice and we're the icicles, bro.
True. It's got something going to it.
Okay, I'll give you some potential, but we're gonna keep thinking. We're gonna go to the drawing board.
We need to build on it.
We also I want to said so. This is week 13. Week 14 will be next week, right after Christmas. Week 15 will be possibly the one we all record live together, not across Zoom because we'll all be in the same town. Week 16, I'm thinking that will be the one we bring on a guest.
Really?
An actual guest, not a Bdog guest, like an actual guest that we're going to get rid of the following week.
What are we thinking?
Well, I know you had one. I know we had the possibility of getting our Nintendo Switch expert, Holly.
That's always a possibility.
And I'm sure there's a couple other people who have asked me about it.
I can ask George Clooney.
Oh, that's probably a good poll.
If you can get George Clooney, we'll go with. I mean, we can give George Clooney a try.
All right, I'll call him
Yeah,
up.
give him a shot.
I'll see what he says.
But yeah, we'll have to figure that out because I think we should get a guest, get a different. I would like to do like a Holly, someone who's got a Switch perspective. We don't really talk about Switch stuff very often. So even somebody who's a PlayStation fan. I feel like we don't talk about PlayStation enough, and when we do, we just talk about how the controller sucks.
I mean, is it we or you that talks about the controller sucking?
True.
I'm pretty sure that Bdog has agreed with me before, and I know you have smaller hands, so you might like the PlayStation controller.
I got smaller everything, dude. I'm a small guy.
We know.
Different strokes for different folks.
Hell yeah, baby.
But yeah, I still can't believe that the systems are selling for that much and people are actually buying them.
I still
Of course,
can't
you know,
believe-
especially right now during the Christmas season, like and
Yeah, it's
COVID,
gonna
like
die-
everybody's
it's
like,
gonna
I gotta
die
get a
down
gift that
after.
they're gonna use, and it's crazy right now. I got some buddies at work, well, a buddy at work that is kind of kicking himself in the rear end a little bit for not picking one up. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. He's like, when do you know, are they gonna come back in stock? I was like, dude, I don't know. I'd assume there'd be another push before the holiday, but
Are we talking about the Series X, or are they talking about the you want the PlayStation 5 or the X?
Series X, baby.
They just sold the Walmart and Best Buy on what day was it? This past Tuesday or Wednesday. They had a crap load of them on their site.
Oh, what a bummer! I didn't know.
I didn't know you were looking for one. I would have texted you.
Yeah, I would have told them. Well, now you know. If you find any,
I will keep an eye out. I will keep 2 eyes out, actually, both of them.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
So this is the last podcast before Christmas too. So hopefully, Christmas is good for everybody.
Dude, that's sad. Christmas is good. Well, it's sad, but it's good because then 2021 is gonna start and it's gonna be the same as 2020 for a couple.
Hopefully, the year that they actually
let's pretend it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'll pretend it's gonna be awesome. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Listen. I mean, hopefully, like I said, maybe 2020 will be the year that the podcast and the Twitch streaming really takes off. We'll be having a good year. We'll be talking more about gaming, and we'll get that Raid Shadow Legends ad that we've always wanted.
Money, yeah.
I really hope, dude. If they're still sponsoring stuff in like fall 2021, I don't know, man.
No, it'll be some other mobile game. It'll be some other mobile game. If Raid Shadow Legends wanted to like give us a good like ad, I would play. I'll play it. I'll do whatever I want. I'll play it during the podcast.
Yeah, for
we'll
sure.
all play together.
We'll just do a live podcast of us all playing it.
For sure.
Have you played any more Rice and Pudding?
I haven't played any Switch since I've been back. No.
Oh.
It just like I'm not really. Switch is like almost explicitly a travel thing for me. Like it's great to have on the road and all that, but I can't just sit there and play the Switch when I know I have an Xbox or a PC right here with games I'd much rather play. Not saying they're not good games or any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
I get it.
It's not my console, but it's great to have for the go.
The Switch is my upstairs on the couch console. Like if I'm gonna be gaming, I don't.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, weird flex. You got an upstairs. We get it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I do have something I want to talk about with the Switch, but I can't talk about it till probably 2 podcasts from now.
Wow. Okay. What does that mean?
Because I know it's something that directs one of the listeners directly, like impacts them directly. So I gotta wait till a certain point.
What game is it about?
It's about the Switch itself, and you just can't. You just don't know.
I gotcha.
You know. Yeah,
I know. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm actually starting another one of those with my broken one.
No way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing another one. I have a broken one of those that my own.
Well, why would you do it on a broken one? Just to practice?
Because I'm gonna fix it too and practice.
Oh, that's cool.
Sounds nice.
Right on.
I'll say I started the process a little bit, but I haven't gotten deep. I just came up with a plan last night, so we'll talk more about that. Keep you a little interested in there. Anybody that's listening, like, ooh, what is he talking about? So yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be probably the one that you guys will hear after the new year, the first one after the new year podcast. This is 13. That'll be podcast 15 that you'll probably hear it in, and maybe you'll see it. Maybe I'll put it in like during the podcast. I'll pop it up when we're talking about it.
This should be number 12.5.
This is 12.5?
It should be because,
I don't.
Do you guys know what day New Year's falls on? It's a Friday.
It's Friday.
It's a Friday.
Are we doing the podcast the Saturday after?
Yeah.
Like we can do it any day I'm there, honestly. We can do it any day I'm there, and we can just submit it on
That's
Monday.
True. That is true.
You guys might be hearing hungover dum-dum is what might be happening.
I don't know if I want to do it right after.
If we have to do it the other day, as long as before we leave, that's all that matters.
I think we should do it 12:01.
It's not terrible idea.
Yeah.
Is that like work?
Oh, that was anybody that's listening. That was a sneak peek at possible the first guest. That's a Holly
guest.
Possible guest. Sneak peek at the possible Holly guest.
If you guys subscribe and like right now, she will be on. That's all we're saying.
Absolutely. She's warming the vocals up right now.
Yep.
She will be ready to rumble, as they say. All right. So here's our normal. We talk about this. Seems like every podcast and see that was the season finale. Bdog, Mandalorian, yes, no, maybe so. How'd you feel about this week?
Stellar.
Stellar. Damn. I liked it. I think it was the best episode yet. I am going to let everybody know that is listening to it. We will save it till the end of the podcast, but next week's podcast, we will be talking about The Mandalorian because Dum Dum said he's going to watch all 16 episodes before next week's podcast.
I got to binge watch 16 episodes, boys.
We are going to talk about it. So there will be spoilers next week. I feel like that's fair. It gives you everybody that listens to the podcast.
And you can also skip it if you don't want to.
And you can skip it. We'll do it at the end of the podcast like we always do. So I will say next week, hey, we'll give you a warning. We'll give you the warning.
You got 5 seconds to drop because we're going in hot.
And then we're just going to come in like a wrecking ball.
I don't even know what just happened.
You don't know what happened?
You got
Where are you right now?
The drop because we're coming in hot, baby. I like it.
So yeah, I think that's another podcast in the books there, boys. Thank you guys for coming on, making time. Like I know you guys probably just enjoy it as much as I do, but it's good stuff. I enjoy your guys' company, and yeah, thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
Okay. So with that being said, I've been Ice. Everyone's been awesome. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
This is the way.